everyone, and welcome to another episode of Scholar ChitChat podcast. If you're just coming across this podcast for the first time, welcome. This is Scholar ChitChat podcast, and here we're committed to bringing you relevant information, real stories, practical advice to help you navigate your study abroad dreams through scholarship and graduate school opportunities. To our returning listeners, we're glad to have you back. So for this episode, I'm your host, Joanne, and today we'll be talking about a South Korean scholarship. And as always, I'm not alone. I have a special guest with me, and he's a recipient of this scholarship and the best person to help us unpack everything there is to know. So I'll let him introduce himself so that we can get an idea of who he is and what he has done and is currently doing. Okay, over to you, sir.
Thank you so much, Juan. I'm Sylvester. I'm from Ghana. Over the years, I've tried to do a lot of things around biomedical science. So I'm a biomedical scientist. Over the past few years, branched into the field of epidemiology. So I'm also a field epidemiologist now, and a journey which started from the University of Cape Coast in Ghana, where I had my undergrad degree in medical laboratory technology, and went on last 3 years to also get a Master of Public Health with a deep focus on global control of infectious diseases from South Korea. Now I got to help things related to HIV and general public health in outbreak investigations and stuff like that. And it has also pushed me with a lot of things to do about research. So I currently focus on infectious diseases. I do surveillance evaluations and then look at laboratory system strengthening. And that has been my preoccupation for the time being.
Well done, sir. So welcome. We are happy to have you join us on this episode.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Okay, so now let's start from the very beginning. How and when did you hear about studying in South Korea, and what motivated you to apply?
Like many Ghanaians, it's not the go-to place for further education, but somewhere around 2021, I had the opportunity to have a fellowship there. That was the height of COVID-19. So South Korea was doing a lot in even developing the testing kits and other things. So it was a good place to go and then study about how to diagnose and then manage COVID-19. Upon getting there, I saw that how they teach and then their way of education was something to really chase after. So that was 2021. So upon coming back, I then decided to chase after anything that can help me study there. And that was how I got to know and then started chasing after the scholarship in South Korea.
Okay, that's a beautiful story. So what specific scholarship did you receive?
Like I said, when I got there, I had some of our should I say lecturers or the resource personnel, because for the fellowship, it was mostly resource personnel who come from their high-end facilities. So the resource personnel told me, one of them actually had an interest in me and said, we would want to have you back here. He is also a lecturer at where I school. We would want to have you back here if you really want to go further with this, and then told me about the opportunity. So there is the KOICA Scholarship, which I finally had, and then there's another one, the Global Korean Scholarship. The thing about the Global Korean Scholarship that made me not to chase after it is that you would have to really do Korean language 1 year, specialize in it, and then follow through with it. I said, no, I don't have time for that. So I subscribed for the KOICA Scholarship, and then we took it from there.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, I just want to add that we have another scholarship. So maybe if you're listening to this and you're wondering what that is, you might want to check that out. So I'll add the link. Okay, so the next question, for the benefit of those just hearing about the KOICA Scholarship for the first time, can you give us like a brief overview of the scholarship, what it covers? And
okay. So this scholarship mainly deals with so it's a government to government scholarship, which means that you would have to be working in the government space to be first of all get into it. Now, what the Korean government is trying to do is to help to train future leaders, foster some kind of socio-economic developments within this home country, say Ghana, say Nigeria. I think there are about 94 countries that are eligible for this. So for this government to government thing, it has helped to bond, raise leaders. Over the past 50 to 60 years, Korean had been a leader from moving from lower income country to a high income country, and then they want to give to developing countries the blueprint that they use. It's not like 100 years ago in America. So this is what they are trying to do. Go learn what is happening there and then try to use it to build your country. So it's a total, or what we call a full scholarship. It is going to cover your tuition. It is going to cover your airfare. It's going to cover accommodation, even settlement allowance. When you go, there is a package for you to help you settle. Maybe you went there and then you realize that, oh, you need some winter clothes. There is money for you to get that. You would also have scholarship completion grants. When you finish, maybe you want to ship some things home, there is that. There is insurance, that is health insurance, other forms of life insurance. If anything happens to you there, this money will cover you. And monthly stipend, not to forget, that is very important. And then there is also funding for extracurricular activities like going on field trips, and it's what you really refer to as a full scholarship, everything inclusive. I actually left Ghana with $0. I was able to that is what we mean by it's a full scholarship. You don't have to think about anything. You don't have to worry about anything.
Okay, so there's no like additional expenses you had to manage yourself?
Not when you are there. The only additional expenses when you are chasing after this scholarship in the process of applying. I think over the years, people have been able to swindle them with fake documentation. So now they insist on getting an embassy authorization or a postal document from the Ministry of Finance. That is the only bit where you tend to spend a little bit. But apart from that, there is no form of expenses that you are going to incur in the course of it.
Okay, but you have to do like medical tests before traveling.
Yeah, that is also something to think about. And that also happens when you are at the tail end. Most of the time, there is a 80% chance that you are going to be paid. So after being paid, that amount is also catered for in the settlement allowance. So whatever you use for your medicals, whatever you use to get your documents, that amount will be able to defray that cost. The only problem is that if you are not chosen or if you are not offered a scholarship, then it becomes a bad debt. Yeah, but once you get through, that amount could settle that.
Okay, thank you very much for that answer. You spoke a bit on this, but we just need you to explain more. The selection or eligibility criteria. So you did mention that it's for public sector workers. So who and who in the public sector workers? Yes. And what courses? Are there like courses that are eligible, or is just every course?
Okay, so let me start from where I took off previously. Yes, it's government to government. So you have to be working in the government space to even merit in choosing. Now, apart from that, let me also go to CGPA. It looks so much at a very low CGPA. So if you have anything greater than 2.2, you are good to go.
On a 4 scale?
Yeah, 4.0 scale, I mean. So if you have that, you are good to go. You have to be a country that is listed on the ODA recipients. We have 97. I think there is a document that you find with OECD. So if you are amongst the 97 countries, and for starters, I think all African countries are on this. And so if you are coming out from Africa, you are okay. And then we have countries also in the Caribbean or the Latinos, and then the Asian. If you are anywhere in the lower middle income country bracket, you should know that it covers you. Now, having these as a background, you would also have to look at the courses that are being offered. Over the years, the Korean government have covered places like health, they've covered education, they've covered urbanization, they've covered AI, covered trade, and also gender. And so people in the gender space, it covers them. I think for this year, they've opened up to some courses that you would need to. If you don't mind, maybe I can run through them for the benefits of our listeners. So there is a master program in e-government and then public management. There is also capacity building for the management of climate change and then the environment. There is one offered for economic development and then policy for sustainable growth. And then there is the Master of Health for policy, financing, and then capacity building. Also, you would have programs that look at Masters in Digital Health, and what I offered, Masters in Control of Infectious Diseases. And then there is also Masters in AI Digital Innovation. There is also finally Global Fisheries Development, and then capacity building on high value added agriculture. These are the openings for this year or 2027. It changes from year to year depending on the target that they want to achieve. These are not the standard or the cut in stone programs for this scholarship. It changes slightly from year to year. Sometimes one is dropped, another is added, and things like that. And so that's how it works around.
Okay. So are all the universities in South Korea eligible for the scholarship, or they are selected universities?
For KOICA, they are selected. Be selected. And then the applications are just straight to also these universities. The universities have partnered with KOICA to be able to do this. So it is not all universities that are eligible. They are selected universities. Yeah. Just a fraction of the universities in South Korea.
Okay. Thank you very much for clarifying that. So now many people assume that they need to speak Korean before applying. Was a language proficiency test required?
So this is a full English program. All lectures are conducted in English. They will actually be looking out for English proficiency. You would have to prove that by, let's say, being in an English-speaking country, or because your undergrad was in English, you can have a pass. Or you would have to actually submit an English competency test, maybe the IELTS or whatever to it. But when you go, so that you'll be able to settle well in the community, to help you to take the buses, the train, there is a 3-month course in Korea just to help you around. But it is not graded. It's just to help you to move around and then to settle into the community. But that is not used in the class. It's just for you to be able to hang around. Yeah, but the whole course is taught in English.
Okay, that's nice to hear. Okay, let's talk about the application timeline now. When does the application usually open? How long does the process take? And when did you finally receive your offer? So just the timeline in general.
Like I indicated, I think that this time around things have changed from 2022 when I applied. So for my time when I was applying, the opening was in April, and then I had the offer in end of July. Yeah, and in this opening, because I also guide some people to apply, I've also seen that the opening was in June or July, depending on the country that you are in, and then the offer will come. The final offer will come end of November or December, and then you get into Korea January ending of February to start the program. So it's different from what it used to be. And so once you put yourself in this July, you should expect the final coming in December. But in between, there are steps that you would have to undergo. Basically, it's a 2-step procedure. There is what we refer to as the KOICA phase, and then the second, the university phase. You have to pass the KOICA phase before you are given to the university to also vet and then choose. Now, this is what happens. The embassy, that is the Korean embassy, and then the KOICA office, they team, and then they do the screening. They ask for, there is an application form number 1, then your degree certificate, your transcripts, and because we are saying that you would have to be suggested or nominated by a government institution, you would have to have a nomination letter, and then to prove that you are working in the government space, you also have to have an appointment letter, then your passport. So after going through all these documents, that is the first stage, the document screening. If they find that you are a good candidate, then you pass the document screening of the KOICA phase, and you'll be invited for an interview. When you hit the interview phase, there is a whole lot of screening. Depending on the number that went, mostly for the master's program, you'll be left with about 2 or 3 or 4, but not more than 4. And these 4 are now graduated or given to the university to vet and then look out for the final one. So this selected few will be advancing to the university phase. In the university phase too, apart from the document that I've mentioned earlier, there is statement of purpose which would have to be crafted well. Maybe we'll talk about it later. And then they also give you tests to write. Some universities give, others don't give. For my university that I attended, there was a test to write. And when you have passed these tests, then there is an interview. And then after the interview, they will tell all of you shortlisted candidates to also do the medical screening. So with all these things together, then they would give the final offer, and it's going to come as a congratulatory message or we regret to inform you message. But I pray that all of us that will be tuned, we will get the congratulations message, and then we will be able to have our dream program. Amen. So that's the whole process. And if you look at it, it takes time. it takes time. So it's not shocking that you will be moving from July to November or December. That's the whole process.
Yeah, so from what you just said, I have like 3 questions. Yes, you mentioned that government will have to nominate you. So how do you get nominated by the government?
It's different from organization to organization or department from department. In my case, I saw the program, went to my head and said that I'll do this program, and so I need your nomination letter to help me. I know that in other departments, their eyes are on it, and then they actually will have to call for the person that you are going this year. Like, even if you have the love for it, you can't go because you have not been selected to go. Yeah, so you would have to, if it is something that is not in the known in your department, you can take that initiative. All that is needed is for your supervisor, your boss, your manager, your CEO, whatever, the high person in the organization to say that I have nominated you to run this program. That's all that is needed.
Okay, so the second question is, so the document for the first phase, the document you're submitting, are you submitting to the Korean embassy in your country, or you're submitting online?
So I've read around a little bit. For my country, you submit through an online portal. Even in my time, 2022, the online portal was not there. You had to take it there physically. You have to take it to the office physically. And in my country too, there is a KOICA office, and then there is a Korean embassy. In other countries, you take it just to the embassy. So you have to learn about your region or your country to know what is. When you have to present it in person.
Okay, so for the third question, what type of questions should applicants expect during the interview stage?
Yeah, so I remember a few, and then from those that are prepared since 2022 to these questions usually come out. Why are you choosing this particular course? Say for me that I offered a master's in control of infectious disease. Why are you choosing this course? It means that you have to understand the course and then read the brochure or the course manual that comes with it. For each of the programs, there is a booklet that comes with it. Understand why the course has been released to be done, and then we move on to the next question that usually follows. What problem do you think that this program, the course that you are going to offer, is going to solve? You'd have to be able to unearth or look at a problem that is in your organization, which by far will affect either your community or it is a national problem. And you would have to let them know that the opportunity that you are going to be given is going to solve that. And also, you would have to identify particular unit or courses that will be taught, and you are envisaging that will give you the necessary knowledge to be able to solve those problems. So you'll be asked basically these 3 questions. Why are you choosing this program? What is the problem? And what do you think that some units or courses, which courses will help you solve that? And then finally, you can be asked your reintegration plan. When you come back, how are you going to go through to see that this problem will be solved? These are questions that will never run away from the interview. And you should be well on top of it. Sometimes lightly you'll be asked why Korea, and maybe some fun fact about Korea that you know, something like that. But they would mostly not count like these aforementioned questions.
Okay, well, thank you very much for that answer. So the part that most scholarship applicants are scared of, that's the essays. So how many essays did you have to write for this scholarship?
I think the one of essence in this scholarship will be your SOP.
Okay.
You would have to write it and write it well. What I discussed, like the questions that you'll be asked in the interview, should feature very well where you have described it very well. So you should be going through this channel. What you have done with your life or with your career, not with your life, sorry, with your career in time past, the progress of your career, and you would also have to show what your future is in the career. And this is how it gets interesting and where this program fits in to advance the career that you are looking for. Now, then you branch to also talk about the problem that you have found in the course of this your career. You remember I was talking about the problems that you think this program will be solving. You have to bring it in prominently. That is what I've seen. Maybe I've tried something, it's working, but it's not to the optimum degree. And I believe from the experience of Korea and how this program has been structured, the courses in the program, the field visits, I think that it's going to help to do this. And then when I come back, this is what I'm going to do, inviting these stakeholders, doing this, putting this in place, connecting with my professors to also help. Then they know that you are someone who is on this trajectory. This program is of essence to you. You have identified something, and this program is going to solve it. If your SOP is in this manner, believe you me, you are going to sail through. And that is the most important essay in this. The other thing that you might be looking out for might just be things that you are going to, it's going to stay flat for everyone per se. What will really distinguish you from the lot will be your SOP in this, because what other essays are there to be read? Almost like nothing. Your nomination letter is going to come from your boss. So you have to tell him or her to be able to write a nomination that says that you are following a certain career path. That is how come you have been selected to advance that career path. That should come out very well. They also take a lot of importance to it. The nomination is not like I am the boss here. I see this guy Sylvester. I have nominated him to do this. This is the flattest that I have seen, and I've also seen people write such nomination letters, and I tell them that no, it's almost like a recommendation. The nomination letter is almost like a recommendation. This person has been good. This person has been doing this. He has achieved this. He has done this in the past, and I think that this program is the necessary push for her to get into the high-flying places that she has to be in this or her career. That is the nomination letter that should go. They also put a lot of importance to it, and you have to get it and get it right.
Thank you very much for the answer. Yeah, so how has receiving the KOICA Scholarship specifically impacted your educational and career journey?
I can't begin to list them up. There is a certain sense of eye-opening and then exposure that the Korean education system gives you, where you know that every problem can be solved. That attitude is put in you. Every problem can be solved. You just start your life from there. As I was coming back, in fact, even if I look back now, I am disappointed, because I was coming back like I can solve all the problems in health in Ghana. Like you are giving that feeling. Only to come back, you come and meet a lot of frustration, and then you begin to let some of the fire die off. But as you are coming back, you come back with that sense that I have the panacea to this, I have the solution to this. And there are simulations that you do, like during the course of the program, you are given, identify maybe a problem here, write a paper, solve it. You go through, like if you are, say, the health minister, what will you do? You go through all these motions, and as you are coming with a plethora of solutions, and you are like, I can make this happen. The other thing is the international network that this scholarship provides. I was in class with people with from about 16 or 17 different nations. You know what that means? It means like recently this Ebola outbreak, I had a colleague in Uganda that I could talk to directly, and then I could understand the situation right from players and frontline workers, not from the news items. And so I know a little more than, so it gives you this international network of people. If you have about 16 or so people in a class, it blesses you to do more. And finally, the way they do their research, academic research, is more rigorous than what I saw here before I went in. To be able to present in international conferences and stuff like that was something that I had there. Altogether, before we finished the program, I had attended not less than 27 conferences, and also presented in about 4 to 5 of my work there. And to get this exposure in the scientific community, how to write, how to be awarded, how to get grants and stuff like that was something that I don't think I would have had in any other place but for the KOICA Scholarship and what it did to my research expertise.
That's lovely. Yes, the next question. Are there any obligations or commitments required after completing the scholarship, like returning to your home country?
You surely have to come back. That is the whole idea. This is not a Jaka line.
Yes.
You surely will have to come back to fix the problems that you said you are going to study to come back to fix. You surely have to come back. And even more to that, sometimes quarterly they look out for, so what is the impact of the scholarship? Have you been promoted? Have you been able to do something with the knowledge that has solved the problem that you said you solved, or do we need to help you more to do that? Like you need more support to do that.
That's nice.
So there's that following. Yeah, I remember when I came back, one of the problems that I identified was that research was limited in the public health laboratories and then institutions. So when I came back, amongst other things, I was able to connect to my lecturers or professors in Korea to host like a seminar for paper writing, like for a month amongst my colleagues and then those in my region, to help them to gain that expertise. So if you need support even after the program, they are going to come in. So of necessity, you have to come back. You can't stay there. You would have to come back. A fun fact, 2 months to the time that we are about to end, our return tickets were in. You surely would come back.
So does the scholarship allow applicants to travel with dependents?
No, they will not facilitate that. They are not really against that, but they are not going to facilitate that, and they are not also supporting that. I don't know if you get me.
Yes,
if you want to come, because I know colleagues that their spouses and other things came with them, but they are not supporting that. Like the accommodation that I mentioned, the accommodation will only be for you. The stipend will only be for you. How you manage it to cover those other dependents is just for you. And then they are also not going to give in a facilitation letter for visa or anything. If they come, they can come on their own.
Thank you. So for someone that is planning to apply for this scholarship, what advice would you give them? What should they focus on, and what common mistakes should they avoid?
Look out for how best you can put in your SOP. That's the single document that is going to define your application. Take time to identify the problem, and the problem that you are going to identify should also have a very strong correlation with what the course is offering, so that it is naturally the course is going to be like a solution to that problem. I don't know if you get that play.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you should be able to do that and show also that this is your career progression. I'm not someone who is hunting for scholarships. This is something to help me in my career progression. Not that I really want to be in school and any opportunity that is opening, I'm chasing after it. You have to demonstrate that this is just your career progression. If you're able to do this SOP well, chances are that you are 90% through. You'll get it to with time. You have to do that.
Yeah, thank you very much for your advice. Yeah, so to my favorite question, what was your biggest cultural shock when you moved to South Korea, and how did you adjust academically and socially in a new country?
I think I knew that. Okay, let me mention it first. That was time management or lateness. These people are prompt. They are prompt with time. Say we have a function at 8 a.m.
Yeah.
What it means is that we are starting at 8 a.m. And what it also means is that 15 to 10 minutes time, almost everyone is seated. So as Ghanaian as I was, when I went there, our first function was like an orientation, and we were told, I think it was a late afternoon orientation, either 10 or 11. And I was proud that I was entering at 10. And come and see the professors, the deans, they're already seated, and you could see that they have been waiting for some time. And this is the cultural diversion. If you are late for a function, it's an insult to the person that is waiting for you. And we were just thinking that we are just walking in at just the right time. Meanwhile, when you have to meet an elderly person, you have to be there at least 10 10 minutes, the person will have to know you, greet you, familiarize with you before the main function. And that was something that we learned on the first day. But in the process of time, we became used to, and it cuts across every place. At church, I was surprised that if church is at, say, 8 o'clock, the church is about 3/4 full by 7:50. Maybe someone with a deep challenge that could not come, and you find them trickling in. Just about 10 people will just come late. But before the start of church, 8 a.m., 7:50, the church is like 3/4 full. That was something that I carried through to now, that you can never be late, and you don't have any excuse for being late. And what it
no
means
African time.
Also be late. No. What it means for them for being late is an insult. It's like you don't regard the person. The person is not so much important. You are not raised up well. You are not cultured, you are not disciplined. All these things, that's just what it means. If you are late on an appointment with a Korean, it means that you were not trained up well, you were not raised well. And I was very surprised. I mean, we do on top of the hour, not 10 minutes or so before that.
Thank you very much for your time today. But before we wrap up, is there anything we didn't ask that you think prospective applicants should know?
Yeah, I think the little that I will add is where applicants will try to be very verbose, writing very long essays or descriptions. This is the thing. Having lived with Koreans for some time, it's so much difficult for them to read and comprehend a lot of English. It will be very good in the interest of your selection to keep things detailed but as concise as possible. Don't try to over embellish with English like that. They are looking for certain terms and certain things straight away. It is not the very nice words that you put in that is going to propel your qualification. Just go straight to the point. I've been this, I've done this, straight away, and then you'll be good to go.
So thank you very much for sharing your insights and experiences with us today. I'm sure this conversation will help many people that are considering this scholarship.
Thanks so much for having me, and our prayers and support are with all those that have applied, are applying, and then seek to apply.
Thank you very much.
You're always welcome.
So to our listeners, we hope you found this episode helpful. Remember, opportunities like this can open doors to amazing experiences and a chance to make a huge difference. Don't forget to share it with someone who dreams of studying abroad. Like and drop your questions in the comment section. Also follow Scholar ChitChat for more scholarship stories, application tips, and conversations with scholars around the world. Until next time, keep learning, keep applying, and your scholarship story might